let's get right into this review for Final Destination Bloodlines. Alright, so Final Destination Bloodlines is directed this time around by Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein. An interesting fact is that there was a different director at the helm for all 6 Final Destination films so far, but kudos to both of them because right off the bat, I have to say I was pleasantly surprised with their execution and vision with the latest installment here. Can't say I viewed any of the previous films before Bloodlines, but I'm here to report that this is a great standalone film. Nothing confusing about it, and if what you saw in the trailers intrigued you, that's exactly what you'll get and more. Now, what did I think about the story presentation here? I thought it was as fantastic as a C-tier story can get. I thoroughly enjoyed the entire cast's performances and the characters they portrayed within the story. They all fit right into their roles well enough to keep all the drama and gore paced throughout the acts, and are the reason why this entire cinematic package can work as well as it did. So props to all of them involved. It seemed like there was a lot of fun to be had behind the scenes. In terms of the narrative presentation throughout the acts, I did find myself second guessing several times at different segments in the film, and the outcomes weren't all too predictable, so there was a steady flow of positive intrigue from start to finish. And I think it's safe to say that fans of Final Destination are really here to see some of those gruesome variety of death sequences, and I have to say there were plenty of moments to make me wince and cringe. So undoubtedly, you'll get a ton of those completely uncensored and 1000% unhinged moments. Also, kudos to a lot of the creative direction that the screenplay takes you through with many of its scenarios. Just the way the story is visually presented and how the cuts were stitched together in post-production, there's just this very unsettling impending doom vibe paired with the visuals and story beats that felt exactly how I was feeling as the viewer, and I thought there were some incredibly creative shots and pans to present that dreadful feeling to absolute perfection. And I think the beginning sequence at the Sky Tower in Act 1 is just the most perfect appetizer to showcase a lot of the film's strength and what you can pretty much expect from Acts 2 and 3. With all of that being said, my final score for Final Destination Bloodlines ends up being 8 out of 10. This was a fun time. It was also a lot more than what I initially expected from the film. Sure, it was an absurd premise with tons of C-tier elements, but a lot of that was managed excellently within the story, and I thought all of the aspects ranging from the acting, the camera work, and the overall screenplay direction took some big wild swings and barely missed along the way. And at the end of the day, this film knew exactly what it wanted to be and delivered completely. Anyways, thanks for checking this review out. I'll have an exciting one coming out next week, so stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe to this video and channel if you want to see more, and I hope to see you on my next upload. But until then, stay safe out there and peace.